journey. I'm also on a journey back to just being a better version of myself, y'all. I haven't had no chance to make no sharp content because he's boring. People are looking at Sharp as if he is a straight up wannabe woman. I mean, he is a bitch if you ask me. But I mean, I think that's beginning to show more and more. I mean, do I need to talk crap about Sharp anymore? I mean, I feel like I said, people are beginning to see Sharp for what he is, a guy that is just wants to be a fuck female so bad. Anyway, y'all, I am actually about to turn around and start practicing. I've lost about 28 pounds within the past couple of months due to what I'm eating right now. So if you guys notice, as I'm on camera more and more, I'll start to look probably smaller and smaller over the next like 4 to 6 months. And that's another reason why I haven't been making any content about Sharp is because Sharp is not a healthy individual. Sharp is a smoker, an avid smoker, an avid drinker. He's just not a healthy individual. I mean, you can say all types of things about Sharp. One thing holds true. He's not a healthy individual. You know, he's very manic. He's very depressed on the inside, and he seeks to have everybody else to be depressed. Um Also, that reminds me, not only am I losing weight, but I'm getting a chance to go to Germany in 2026. And I'm preparing for that as well. I've got to go see my dentist. Yeah, even whiter teeth. Y'all know I am a Doberman. Um, so I gotta have white, pretty teeth. And my boyfriend is possibly a German Shepherd. He on his Dosha Arbata shit. But anyway, I'm like just over talking about Sharp. He's very boring to me. And if you guys are wondering, yes, no makeup. No makeup. And my arms are getting smaller. That's because when I work out, I wear like I cover up like my entire arm when I'm working out. So, and my skin's getting clearer. Those dark spots are getting lighter, which is good, which is exactly what I want. Yeah, I'm like under a whole transformation, y'all. Like, I don't have time to make content about somebody who doesn't take care of themselves. You know, again, Sharp, he doesn't take care of himself. You know, Sharp is probably he's probably gonna have tubes coming out of his nose in the next like 5 to 6 years. He don't take care of himself at all. He never has. He's shown that. One thing about Sharp, he does not practice what he preaches, and I think that 80% of people know that. Um, and as far as I'm concerned, like he can block me all he wants to. I don't care, sweetheart. I'm 2 months in on his health journey. I used to be 170 some pounds, like when I was doing the stripping thing. I've met Miss Natural before. I just don't ever talk about her on here because really I would like to get to know her more and be friends with her. Like I'm cool with. I lived with two porn stars when I lived in LA in 2011. Now I'm just ranting. I'm just telling y'all what the things I have going on. I have weight loss going on. I have working for myself going on. I have a job that I also do on top of working for myself. I recently ran into somebody who's gonna be paying my rent pretty much. I have a lot going on. As long as I'm being super productive, I have practice to do, as you guys can see right here behind me. I have to make at least 12 hours a week for this big thing right here behind me. I just have a lot going on. I don't have time to make content about a guy that is just running himself into the ground. Like, you know, Sharp is a big talker, but he runs himself into the ground. Yeah, so hold on, you guys, hold on. Yes, you guys, that's a real thing. That is the real thing in the background. Anyway, I have a lot to do. I don't have time for a person that I don't know that's crazy, that's weird. Um, you know, I'm doing what I gotta do, and right now I've got some things coming up. Also, that connect I was talking about out there in Los Angeles is from the No Jumper podcast. That person still is expecting me to show up there. Yeah, that connect is still up and running. That's still going. So yeah, you guys have a wonderful day, have a wonderful night, whatever it is, wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day, a wonderful night. I'll see you guys here in a couple of months to show off my more results. Also, my skin is getting back clear like it used to be 7 years ago. Working on that. I just have a lot of good things going right now. I can't talk about somebody who's negative, who wants to be a bitch so bad. Everybody knows that Sharp wants to be a female. Everyone knows that Sharp wants to be a bitch. I don't have to constantly reiterate that. Sharp is fooling no one, and I have real stuff to look forward to. I'm going to certainly be a whole lot more grateful for all the opportunities that are about to come my way. You know, Sharp, all this opportunity came his way back when he was 33 years old, and he appreciates absolutely zero of it. And me, yeah, I'm about to appreciate all the opportunities getting ready to come my way. This already happening as we speak. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't want to sit up and talk about that guy. I have a lot going on right now. So a lot of good things, a lot of positive things going on, you know. And I'm only going to turn those positive opportunities into even more positive things. You know, life is about receptiveness, and Sharp has been getting a lot of receptiveness over the past 4 years of his life, and he appreciates none of it. And all this receptiveness I'm about to be getting, I'm going to appreciate all of it. Do you hear me? So, you know, it is what it is. I haven't been making any videos about Sharp because I have my own stuff going right now. Like I said, the Connect to LA, they're still expecting me to come out there. I have to travel to Germany next year. I already have a passport because I try to go to Mexico twice a year. So I already have a passport, but I have some other things I got to get together. I pretty much don't even pay rent right now, you guys. So I'm really in a situation where I have to be super productive. Like I said, I lost about almost 28 pounds, and I'm appreciative for every pound that I lose. Everything's going to be looking great, and I'm not going to need any surgery because I was very, very, very slimmer before, and I'm not going to need anything further other than the minor surgery that I'm getting here in about another week. Yeah, you guys, it's gonna be great. Everything's is getting better. I'm gonna appreciate all the opportunities that's about to come my way. So I don't want to keep talking about somebody that everybody is seeing that man for what he is. He's not a man. Everybody's seeing Sharp for what he is, because I don't want to keep saying that man, because Sharp is not a man. He's a big ass bitch sitting in a man's body. So I don't want to keep calling him a man. Everybody is seeing Sharp for what he is. I think he should stay away from the Home Depot over there off South Decatur, because there are eyes and ears watching him and looking at him when he's over there off South Decatur and what is it, in Tropicana, the Home Depot right there. Before you go down Tropicana and end up at the strip right there, yes, a lot of women there, a lot of people watching Sharp as well. They have eyes and ears on him. So I don't need to be talking about somebody who's doing stupid shit right now anywhere. I don't need to be talking about someone like Sharp who's doing stupid stuff. And yeah, everything that has came into Sharp's life, I'm next in line. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be appreciative of everything that's about to come my way. I'm gonna be very appreciative. But you know what? What's more important? People are gonna know that I'm appreciative. Because what's important about Sharp is that people know, they truly know that he's not appreciative. He will spit and shit on the same people that got him thousands and thousands of dollars over the past 3 years. He would spit and shit all over those people. You know, I often said about Sharp that his family got very lucky with him being a child that was born into a family that was pretty much a broken home. His family got lucky. More so, he got lucky. Because who knows? Sharp may would have grown up and his family, they may wouldn't all need to get together and just beat him to death. Had he came up in a regular family where there was a mom and a dad, a brother and sister, whoever. He might have, you know, so they got lucky that they didn't have to deal with him, but he got lucky that he didn't have to deal with them, simply because of his attitude and his persona. So, you know, I thank God for Sharp's family. I'm glad he was in that situation, because he needed to have no family. He needed that so that he could get out here in the world and people could see him for exactly what he is. So I don't need to I don't need to be talking about somebody that I'm in the middle of getting some blessings myself. And the biggest blessing in Sharp life is that his family was blessed to not have him around. You know, he had his mother, he had his mother's people, and then He don't really know his siblings. He's got like 6 siblings. I saw that on Sharp. Sharp has a total of 6 siblings. He has his 2 sisters that he knows of on his mother's side. He also has 4 siblings from Detroit that he's never met before. And he's a snake, so he don't need to be in a family unit. No way. He did not need to be in a family unit. So it's a good thing he was not in the family unit. God spared that family from him, and in turn spared him from family, because family would have needed to beat him to death. So it was good for both sides. It was good for him. It was good for his family that he was I think that Krishan Jr. is going to be a lot like Sharp, and I think that's the reason why he was born into a broken family. He's never stayed. Krishan Jr., Krishan Rock's son, Krishan Jr., he's also a September-born Virgo, and he's never stayed with his brother. He has a whole brother and sister that he's never lived with and probably never will live with, and that'll be good. People are gonna see Krishan Jr. and Krishan, when she find out how September-born Virgo men are, she's liable to take something and beat him damn near to death. When she find out how much of a bitch that little boy's probably gonna end up being. He has the same birthday as August Alsina, and August Alsina, he wants to be a female. Supposedly he's not even being women no more. He wants to be a female so bad. These September-born Virgo men, it's best that they are born in a broken home, in a broken family, to where they don't even get a chance to be around brother and sister and this person. That they don't even need, because they need to grow up and the world needs to tell them how fucked up they are. It's just them. It's not anybody else. They're just a fucked up individual. They are, and they deserve to have no family around. They deserve that. I hate to say that, but that's the God's honest truth. They deserve to have nobody around. And Sharp didn't have anybody around. And the only person that would have babied Sharp, that person passed when Sharp turned 18 years old. And I believe that was the work of the angels. Sharp needed to be able to get out and get the fuck on and go on with his life. He didn't need to be able to use no family. He didn't, what he did with No Jumper, he would have been that same way with his family. He spit on them people's building, caused Adam to have to pay a big ass fine, and to put a big ass mark with the Better Business Bureau on the company of No Jumper. And that's why Adam is so keen about trying to get back at Sharp. Sharp, he will piss and shit in the same place that he makes money. And people like that they are people that make somebody kill them. A person like that will make somebody kill them, and they also make their own family kill them. A person like that. So that family, the angels of the Lord was around the Swanger family. And that's why he got away. That's why he was forced to leave and get the fuck away. And that's why he is in the situation he's in now. The world really sees Sharp for what he is. And that's his life, and the way it has played out. The way that Sharp life has played out is the work of God, and it's the work of the angels, the way his life has played out. It needs play. He didn't need access to no family. He sure didn't. The world has seen him for what he is, and they are talking about him very negatively. And that's exactly what Sharp deserves. He's a real bad seed, Sharp. He's not a good seed. So, he deserved what he's getting. So it is what it is. The pimp has became the hoe. I'm over here losing weight, getting back on my keys, got free rent and everything. Like a lot is going on here. So I am going to definitely be popping up in LA next year. I'm also going to be popping up in Germany. So I've got some good things brewing here finally. And I'm going to be super appreciative for all of what's about to come my way. Sharp, he was appreciative. Zero. He's not. He will piss and shit on the same people that helped to put him on if he have one argument with them, because he's not appreciative of anything. He's not. He just want to get down and suck another man's dick. He wants when it's God's. It is God's. To be honest, I'm just gonna sound crazy, but when a man like Sharp is sucking another man's dick, it is the work of God for a woman to come along with a 2x4 and literally beat him to death and start sucking that man's dick. For real. It's literally the work of God. For real. People like Sharp is getting exactly what he deserves. He getting all the negative attention that he deserves. And his views are going to continue to be down. So, he is really against the women. Men who are full-on gay should really have a problem with men like Sharp. They should really have a big problem with niggas like Sharp, men who are full-on gay. They should have a real big problem with Sharp. They really should. So it is what it is. I'm glad that I'm about to be getting the same opportunities that Sharp started getting back on his soft right away. Because I'm gonna be appreciative of my opportunity. He ain't appreciative of shit. I'm gonna be appreciative, and people are gonna know that Mina is appreciative. So it is what it is, y'all. I gotta go put my makeup on. I gotta go pop some for all white men who about to pay this rent, y'all. Bye.